Welcome, everyone. My pleasure. This is teacher Juan Carlos and teacher Alfredo. Together, we are all we are together to talk about a very important moment in my life. And I have just received my father coming from Venezuela, and it was such a special moment for me. And I really want to talk about the importance of the family reunion. And there was a farewell party they made to my father. So it's a despedida party, and there were many relatives over there, and my children were asking me about Papi, who they are. Papi, who is this person, and who is this other person? And for me, that question became very sentimental, very emotional. And I spent more than 2 hours explaining to my children who they are, what do they do, and everything. So, teacher Alfredo, I really want to you know to talk to you about family reunion, descendants, and everything. So, what do you think, teacher? Is it important for people's life?
Yeah, well, first of all, teacher, a very good day to you, and I'm very very happy, of course, for you, and the of course the recent news of you picking up your father, and now he will be joining you here
Yeah,
in the U.S. So congratulations again on that, and
thank you, teacher. It
yes,
was it was very hard. It was difficult, but finally we did it.
Yes, yes. And, family, of course, many people would probably agree that family is the most important thing in our lives,
Yes,
teacher.
it is.
So no matter what we're doing, and it really all comes back to family, teacher. So to your point, we when we think about family reunions are so special because they allow us to connect with many of our relatives who oftentimes we don't get to see very often.
Yeah.
And in America, for example, many families they might have a reunion once or twice a year,
Hmm.
and maybe it might be around Christmas time, it might be
Christmas,
around Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Those are usually traditional times when families would all get together.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the summer, there might be kind of a barbecue, and
Yeah.
that's also a nice time. But
That
yes, teacher.
I think that's very important for also for our children. I remember when we used to live in Venezuela, we used to have these family reunions on Christmas, on the summertime, vacation time, Easter, for example. And but now we don't have it. We have been here more than 6 years, and this is the first time that we have my father here. We have a member of the family who is going to stay with us, and it's unbelievable. Uh, you know, uh, Everything we're talking about. We're talking about Caracas, the city where I am from, or my neighborhood, my barrio. That's
Yes,
how we say in Spanish, and
sure.
the place where I'm coming from, the family, the how do you say the cultural identity.
Yes, our
Yeah,
heritage
yeah, and the
would be
heritage.
another nice word.
Very
Yes,
good. Another nice word. We're living in the United States, which is an extraordinary country, and of course, we feel very grateful of living here. But we cannot forget about where we are coming from, because knowing where we are coming from, then you know where are you going to.
very
What
good point, teacher.
What do you think,
Ver
teacher?
I agree completely, teacher. So sometimes when we think about our family, and our heritage, we might refer back to our family tree. And our family tree will kind of show us all of the different descendants that kind of have passed through the different generations. And we go all the way back to our original ancestors.
Yeah.
So our original ancestor is the first person on record that, as far back as we can go, the first person of that had our family name.
Yeah.
And where they were from. So I think if you know where your ancestors are from and who they were, I think that's an excellent beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we keep moving forward. The descendants keep moving forward and forward until the present day.
Yeah.
And where we are now.
And you never know if they one day they want to, to find out where they are coming from. If they
Yeah.
are going back to my country, and
that's why it's so important for some of the oldest members of a family to maintain the history of the family.
Yeah, maintain
Many
the history of the family.
Many families, they have something. There's a person sometimes they designate as they use a term maybe in English like a family historian.
The family
Historian. There might be one or two people, even here on my mom's side. One of my cousins who's older than I am, he's kind of designated now as the family historian because he remembers so well, probably better than all of us, all of our descendants from the past. So it's important to have at least one person in your family circle who kind of can be this type of historian.
Very good.
And
Excellent.
Can preserve the stories. And I think that person can pass that on to maybe another younger person.
Yeah, generations.
Right. So that when they die off, then there'll be another person who can take this his or her place.
Yeah. By the way, due to the fact that of this situation that I have my father here, we created a WhatsApp group of all members of the family.
Very nice idea.
And
yes.
we are everywhere around the world, but it's nice, and now we keep in touch, and that's very nice.
Yes. So the internet does make things easier. Sometimes it allows us to catch up with relatives we haven't seen in years. So technology is helpful in this regard.
In this regard.
Yes, but yeah. So the family reunion, I think, is a very special event, and it allows us to catch up and to keep in touch with many of our relatives or kin, who maybe we have not seen for quite some time.
Yeah.
So sometimes our kin is just another word for, and it's also a good word related to family.
Yeah. Very nice, teacher. Very nice. It's such a special moment when my children are sitting with my father and making questions about the neighborhood and the city, and the relatives and everything. And it's so nice. It makes me proud to see my children asking and making those questions to my father. It's so nice.
Very sentimental, as you mentioned. And maybe your father, he could sort of serve as this type of historian.
Yeah, why not?
While, because he can remember certainly many of and tell stories to your children.
Yeah.
About some of your other relatives.
Yes, sir. That's true. I agree with
So
you.
I think it's very, very important, teacher,
Well,
to have this.
thank you so much, teacher, for let us know about this topic, the family reunion, and at this moment, it's very important for me to know about it, and I have the feeling at this moment with my father here and talking, and it's very nice. So thank you so
Yes.
much, teacher. I appreciate it, your time.
Oh, thank
And
you, teacher. One
uh,
last expression I want to say before we will end is, of course, they always say blood is thicker than water.
can you repeat it?
Blood is thicker than water.
Oh yeah, very good.
Blood
Blood
is thicker
is
than water.
thicker than water. Wow, very nice. La
So no
sangre es
matter,
más gruesa que el agua.
so
Yeah,
no
we
matter,
say no matter. I'm sorry. Can you say it?
yes. So no matter, sometimes we argue, we may fight with our family, with our relatives, but at the end of the day, they are still our blood. They're still our family.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
that's
true.
this nice expression that sometimes we have to remind ourselves.
No matter the differences we have.
No matter our differences, our little fights, our little disagreements, blood is always thicker than water.
Yeah, blood on blood.
That's
Yes. Very
kind
nice,
of a nice.
teacher. Very nice. Thank you so much. Familia es fuerza, la sangre llama. That's important. In Spanish, we say that.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.